Austin with Disizit Studios, and today I will be reviewing for you the Doctor Who 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver and Sonic Pen set. Now, as you can see on the front, we've got the older Doctor Who logo across the top, 2008, both with black ink nib, light, and sonic emitters. If we go down to the bottom, we get the same thing, except it's a sound effect too. It's got the picture of David Tennant down here, 10th Doctor with his arrow written next to it, 2005 to 2010. Then it's got Sonic Screwdriver and Sonic Pen set here, the Underground Toys logo and website, and then a little warning. And of course the BBC logo. You've got a nice, I would say maybe it's supposed to be a time vortex, but it doesn't really look like one, pictured with the display in the box and then around on the sides. Up on top you've got the Doctor Who logo, the character options website, and Sonic Screwdriver and Sonic Pen set written. On the sides you just got the lovely picture, as I already said. On the bottom you have stuff for putting in batteries, which I can explain later, and then a bunch of instructions. Words. Next, if we go around to the back, you've got 7th Doctor cut off there, 8th Doctor, 9th Doctor, then 10th Doctor with his picture. You've got the Sonics featured right here, both with black ink nib, light, and sonic emitter. Both devices feature light and sonic emitter. Sound effects, sorry. 2008, the Doctor Who logo here, and then some legal stuff. And now I can crack it open and see what we've got. Now, I've actually had this since August, and it's what, December? Yeah, I haven't gotten around to reviewing it, but now I can, so now we've got instructions, just one side, little sheet of paper, Doctor Who logo, the warning again, Sonic Screwdriver and Sonic Pen set instructions written, some stuff for replacing batteries, and then some other stuff. I'm not going to read that. It's not like you really need it. You should be okay. Now, if I crack this open, you will find the Sonic Screwdriver is held in kind of good. Make sure you don't break it. Then you can just close that up and get out the Sonic Pen, if I can figure out how. Okay, my set did come with batteries installed, but if you get the other set with the red vortex on it, then you may have to install your own batteries. And to do that, you just lift this off. I put double-sided tape on it, so that might stick on the screw side. Nope, it's in there. And then just unscrew that, then you pull that up, and when you pull this out, you can slide the emitter tip out. And then there's a battery compartment right under there. Make sure you put your batteries in the right order. For me, when I take apart my Sonic Pen to get to the battery compartment, I always seem to need to take that off and then forcefully unscrew this, which is proving pretty difficult at the time. Got it. And then you just separate those. And then as you can see, there's a little screw right here. I don't know if my camera's going to catch it with the horrible lighting I have at the moment. But Then you just unscrew that, lift that off, and put the batteries in. These take LR41s, if I remember correctly, and these take LR44s, and I know that for sure. Because it's the same as my my River Song sonic screwdriver. I'm not sure how well this is going to work. Okay, and then it'll slide back together, and then you just twist it to get the pen nib out. And as you can see, mine does have wear. I've got a little black around that that's gone, or that's noticeable because the silver went away. Of course, to activate the sonic pen, you just use this button, press it, and then press it. You get two different sounds. I'm not sure if you can hear that, but if you listen closely, you got the first sound, and then the second sound. And then, of course, for the David Tennant sonic screwdriver, you just press, and it turns on. Press, and it turns on. And then you can extend it and press it. And it also has the two sounds. 1, 2. This might look blue on camera, but this one's the only one that came with blue. This is supposed to be the only place you can get a blue nib on it. Not a nib, an emitter. But mine did not come like that. Mine got a black light on the end. But for some odd reason, whenever I shine it up to a camera, it looks blue. It might not now, but I don't know. Cameras do weird things. If I move on to detail, these rings were nicely silver painted, but mine have worn off. This is sort of a silvery paint, or just nah, it's silver. There is a speaker on each side, little one. When it's unscrewed, the sound is a lot louder. I've got an LED enclosed in a little dome on the top. And then you've got another ring down here, which seems to have not have worn away. And then silver at the end. Twist to pull out your nib, and it should work. Mine does. I didn't bring any paper over here. I guess I do have paper. That's got writing on it. Here. It's got ink. And then just simply twist to retract. Now, for the Tennant sonic screwdriver, we'll start at the nib. The nib is a nice blue dome, and I don't know if you can see it, but there is just a little piece that's hollowed out in the middle to create to let the LED slide in there like that. There is a little rod running through for the wires of the LED, and that is in the show. And then you've got a little ball right here, and then the black helix design. It's supposed to be gold and look like sort of a wire going through it, but they ended up going with a black helix in this clear tube. This is to extend it, which is supposed to have a button on it, but as the original prop did, but it doesn't. The buttons are here and here. There is a nice blue line, which is supposed to be there, and on the prop there are these two little, I would say buttons, but they're not buttons on the prop. But they do not have this hollowed around piece around them, and you cannot push them down to activate a sonic noise and the emitter. It's got a nice crackle look to the handle, but it would be nice if it was more noticeable as the prop is, and a little darker. Like the color of it would be darker. Then you get down to this end, it's got the little teeth as it does up in the top, and then it's got the teeth again. This is supposed to come out, but I glued mine in because I didn't have another nib. And to get the cap off, it's easier if you just twist and pull. And then it reveals the black ink nib, and you can draw with it. Or just write. And to put it back on, you just push it on. And it does have little teeth. I'm not a pro at reviewing, so if you didn't like this review, sorry. But that's my review for the David Tennant 10th Doctor Sonic Screwdriver and Sonic Pen set. Thank you.